Hey there, love. Welcome to the Jenuine Chats series right here on the Reignited Podcast. I'm your host, Jen, and I'm so excited to get this series started. Jenuine Chats is a weekly real talk series where you can come chat with me every Wednesday. We dive deep into real life topics and have genuine conversations. So today we're kickstarting the series off talking about the topic of friendships. So, I really wanted to talk about this topic first because it's a topic that's really near and dear to my heart. And I really believe that we as women don't talk about it enough. So many of you already know one of my best friends is Sam, and she is my co host here on the Reignited Podcast. So, we have been friends for nearly 30 years, and we've had an amazing friendship, and I've learned to really value that friendship throughout the years. And of course, we've had our ups and downs. We've been friends since we were 6 years old. So, as with any friendship, we've gone through our trials and tribulations at times. But I think what's made it such an amazing friendship is that we are both extremely caring and genuine people, and we love to be there for others, and we love to reciprocate things that we give. And I think that's so important in a friendship, not only just in a traditional relationship, whether it's with your husband or your spouse or whatever, but I think it's so important to have that in a friendship, and where there's that mutual respect, love, understanding. And I just don't think that we realize how important that is in our lives. And I think that we can get so wrapped up in our lives that we forget not only to really cherish the friendships that we have, but to make new friendships. And that's something that I've struggled with throughout the years. I think that I've allowed my busy life to get the best of me, and I've gotten so wrapped up in being a mom and being a military spouse that I forget to live. I forget that I'm also a person too, and that I need to have healthy conversations and be able to go out with my girlfriends and go shopping and go have a good time. And it's something that I really haven't got a chance to do a lot throughout the years because I was so busy. And I just want to encourage you, before we really delve into my experience with friendships and talking more about the topic, I really want to encourage you today that if you have those really good friendships, cherish them, hold on to them. Not only do I think that it's really important to touch on just the topic of friendships in general and maintaining friendships and making new friendships as a woman, but I think that another piece of it that is not talked about enough is recognizing the traits of a healthy friendship versus an unhealthy friendship. And for me, that's something I've experienced all too often, is being involved in unhealthy friendships. I think now that I've grown and I've been able to learn from those experiences, even negative experiences, I think we can get some really valuable information from, and I think that we can grow. We can really grow as people in all areas of our life when we're experiencing sometimes negative situations. And for me, I look back and I'm grateful for every friendship that's come into my life, whether it was just for a season or whether it was for, so many years and we just grew apart. And that happens sometimes too. Just a disclaimer, these are my experiences. These are things that I'm sharing with you from my heart that I've gone through, I've learned and grown from. And that's really the point in a lot of what I'm going to be chatting about here on Jenuine Chats. We may laugh, we may cry. I'm going to go through a lot of my experiences, but ultimately the goal is to inspire you. It's to show you that although you may run into some negative circumstances or negative situations, or you may come across an individual that may have some negative traits and may have not been a positive influence on you, that's okay, because you're going to learn and you're going to grow from those situations. And just encouraging you to know that you can move forward and take that as a valuable lesson and apply it to your life and become a better person out of it. And that's ultimately the goal. So again, I'm sharing my opinion, and I hope that it's helpful for you and that it can inspire you. Some of those traits that I've recognized throughout the years from those that I consider healthy friendships versus unhealthy friendships is that individual is there for you when you need them. They're caring, they're genuine, they're empathetic to things that you're going through. They can have healthy conversation with you. You may not always agree on things, but being able to have that conversation respectfully, right? Because I think that's important. Now, versus unhealthy friendships. So if you don't see eye to eye, that other individual might get offended, or you can go for periods of time without talking. If you maybe have a disagreement and that individual just never comes around anymore. Those are not healthy traits of a good friendship. And this isn't to bash anyone, because all of my experiences I have grown from, and I am very grateful to God that He placed each and every single individual that I've come across in my life in my path, because I've learned and I've grown from that. But I think that one thing to know is that if you have trauma, if you're a woman that has experienced lots of trauma and you have a hard time maintaining positive, healthy friendships with other women, maybe you need to reevaluate those friendships, those situations, because you may need some healing. And that's just, some truth. Hitting you with the truth bomb, because I know there's been times in the past that I've reacted or responded a certain way to a friend, and I had to recognize that, wow, this is an area that I need to improve on. I may need some healing. This may be my trauma speaking. So just recognizing that, whether you're the woman that is dealing with a friend that is struggling and you're having a hard time maintaining a healthy friendship, or you're the woman that is showing some of the unhealthy traits in in one of your relationships or one of your friendships with another woman. Just bringing light to this topic, because man, I think that there's been such a stigma around women having really healthy friendships and having unhealthy friendships. I think as I grew up, it was always the popular thing and in the media for women to be arguing and to have drama and to have quote unquote beef. Why is that? Women should be able to have healthy friendships with other women. We need to build each other up and empower each other as women. And I just don't think that's happened enough. I just don't see that happening enough. And I think it's come a long way since I was younger and in my teen years, my early 20s and all of that. I think it's definitely come a long way, at least from my experience. And maybe that's just because I'm older. Maybe for some of you younger women, you're still dealing with that, with the drama and the cattiness. But we don't need to have that type of relationship with other women. We should be empowering each other and building each other up. And that's the whole purpose of the Live Reignited movement and what I'm doing with not only Live Reignited, but with the Reignited podcast. It's so women can share their stories. It's so we can build you up, build all of you women up, inspire you, encourage you to reignite every area of your lives and be happy. Women should be happy in their lives and in all areas, in all aspects, and that includes friendships. I'm so happy that we've been able to chat about this topic today. I would love to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on friendships? What have been your experiences with friendships? As I've shared, I've had my experiences with both negative and positive friendships. It's really taught me now that I'm older and I could look back on those experiences, to value them, to value your friends, to make sure that you're also being a good friend in return and cherishing them and letting them know that they're special. So today, all of my beautiful women friends out there, I want to let you know that you are amazing, you are worthy, and you are enough. Thank you so much for chatting with me today. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, love.